Hey guys, good to see you again here on our channel. We just had us a nice little spring downpour, about 70 something degrees. It actually feels just fantastic outside today. Just got home from the nursery, done working. So I thought we'd take us a little barefoot stroll down by the pond. A lot of the aquatics are waking up. So I want to show you guys those, as well as our little raised bed garden up here and just a few other little plants around the yard. So y'all kick your shoes off and let's go take a stroll. Y'all, I just love it right after a rain. Everything's just so green and refreshing. We didn't get a whole lot of rain though. Not even enough really to mark, maybe 1/4 of an inch. Just a little storm passed through, but it smells so good out here right now. And like I said, everything just looks so clean and washed down. I absolutely love the rain. And so does our coffee cups, colocasia. So we planted these here last year, and I'm really happy to see that they came back. Y'all know we had that big freeze back during Christmas. So I was worried about these because the ones at the nursery had them in containers and they got wet and froze and rotted. So I'm glad to see that those are coming back. I've got some canna lilies that are sprouting, and then also our real special abutilon that I got from Plant Delights nursery. Leaves look a little funky, but nonetheless they are coming back. And what else is coming back is my armadillo. He's been digging holes out here in the bed and been going all the way up close to the house and getting in our raised bed. So not exactly sure what we're going to do with him, but between him and the raccoons, they are keeping me pretty busy. And the grass is coming back nicely. We need to come down here. We're going to do some top dressing later in the summer. Try to get our yard a little bit leveled up. I got a few little holes out here I can feel when I'm riding on the lawnmower. So we're going to do some experimentation with our new top dressing mix, which is a sand and compost blend. So for all of you guys who love the lawn stuff, we're going to try to throw some of that in here on the channel for you too. Our azaleas in this bed are just finishing up blooming. We got to get down here with some azalea tone, fertilize them, and then I want to come in here and remulch all of this bed. Probably we'll throw some compost in here too. So let's do this. Let's come in, we'll put the azalea tone. We're gonna add a little bit of compost, and then we'll come in and mulch it, kind of keep it nice and moist and keep the weeds down. They're coming along. Still got a good bit of work we need to do in here. This oak leaf hydrangea is budding out. This is one of my favorite plants. I think it's very underutilized, but it'll get massive and have these beautiful white sprays of flowers coming off, and then that fall foliage is really nice too. Now let's make our way down to the pond area. This is where we've got a ideal bog setup. So this whole area is kind of like a natural spring. Water just really kind of oozes out of the ground here. And I just saw a bullfrog jump into the little pool here, or what was a pool. Gotta watch where I step too for snakes, because I am petrified of snakes, and we have water moccasins around here, which are pretty aggressive and not the nicest creatures. I just love how this frog bit has just covered this little pool. Let's see if we can lift some of it up. But it's like a solid mat, but you can see there's water up underneath. It's probably only a couple inches deep, but this stuff has just really done a great job of, just filling that in. And I like the looks of the vegetation too. Real thick leaves, almost looks like a sedum. But this little area is turning out really cool. Our umbrella palm got hit pretty hard with the freeze, but I don't know if you guys can see, and I can't step over there, but we've got some green fronds coming out of there. And then our pickerel is coming back too. That thing got huge last year. Look how big those stems from last year are. So that's going to be cool to watch grow this year. And we've got some elephant ears, or colocasia or alocasia, I forget which ones We'll see if we can't sneak around there and get a closer look at them, but they're sticking up out of the grass. This whole area down here though is just really, really wet. Did some big plantings of canna lilies down here, so you can see the leaves are coming back on those. And then we've got a striped or variegated variety right here. And I don't do anything as far as cleaning up last year's growth. I just let it kind of rot and go back into the ground. You won't be able to see it in a couple weeks anyway, once that plant does its thing. We've got our river birch planted down here, and luckily the beaver has left it alone. So I think this will be a great spot for it. They can, as the name implies, river birch, they can handle some pretty wet feet. So that should get nice and big right here on the pond and be a nice little accent tree over here on this little peninsula area. And it is really, really wet after the rain down here. So if y'all hear me squishing around, that's what it is. And here are a lot of, I forget what variety of colocasia this is, but it is coming up all over the place. My whole idea behind planting all these different bog plants is it's really hard to, you can't drive the lawnmower down here. I mean, it's just too muddy. So we have to weed eat this whole thing, and it takes a while. So what I want to do is kind of just naturalize it and just plant different aquatic plants all in this area and just let it kind of grow up and do its thing, and then we won't have to maintain it, or near as much anyway. We've got some iris, some bearded iris. I think this is the, might be the purple. I can't really remember, but it's doing great. It's done shot up and put on a 1.5 to 2 foot of growth since spring. So we'll kind of head back up this way. I want to show you guys this area over here. This is going to be a really cool bed. I have not ran irrigation down here just yet. Just planted a few little select trees. We've got another river birch right here. And then over here, we've got a Nellie R. Stevens holly that's doing good and putting on a lot of new growth. And hopefully the beaver is going to leave us alone, because look what he did to this tree here. He chewed it down, but he didn't get what he was looking for because the tree fell into another tree and got stuck. I believe that's an old sweet gum. So hopefully he'll leave us alone in here and let these trees be. But I want to plant some azaleas, maybe some more oak leaf hydrangeas up in this little shady area. We've got a beautiful, I believe this is a bloodgood Japanese maple planted here. Got a little dogwood that I've planted right there. And this is the native azalea, that orange one I showed you guys that was blooming up by the house. One of the more recent videos. So it's doing well. We've got a dwarf oak leaf hydrangea right here. It's leafed out, doing really well. Got another little, this is actually a native holly. One I dug up from my parents' yard and brought down here. A little more scraggly than the Nellie R. Stevens, but real heavy berry producer. Then right up here, we've got what some people call grandfather graybeard or smoke tree. This is Cyananthus virginicus, and it's put on a bunch of new growth. Really happy to see that, because this was just a little 1 gallon tree. But imagine him when he gets really big right here. That'll be just awesome. And I've got another little dogwood. This is Cornus alternifolia, another different variety of dogwood planted right here, and he's doing pretty good. And speaking of pests with the armadillo and the raccoons, the deer have even been coming here this close to the house and munching on my azaleas. So not a whole lot I can do about it. I'm not gonna fence it off, and spraying them only works for so long, because whenever it rains like today, you got to come and reapply. So we're just gonna live with them, and hopefully the plants will get nice and big, and if they do come and nibble, we won't notice it here down the road once they get a little larger. Then over here by the pool, on this trellis, I've planted this red honeysuckle. Isn't that a cool looking flower? And so hopefully this will attach itself to the lattice there, and then I can wrap it on around and see how far down the front of this porch deck we can take it. And our little junipers, this is let's see, oh, this is a Nana juniper. It's doing fine right here on this hillside. Kind of want it just to kind of do some ground cover work right in here. And then our bottle brush tree, along with many other folks in the area, it just got too cold. However, look at there. Sometimes if you wait long enough without just ripping it out of the ground, you can salvage it. Now it's going to take it a little while for it to get back to its original size, but that's a good sign down there if I can get in there and show you. So she's still alive. Like I say, it will take some time to get back up to here. But now what I'll do, that the danger of all the freezes are gone, I'll just come back in, cut it way back, and let that new growth take over and give it a little bit of time, and it'll be back up to this size. And as long as we don't get any more 10-degree nights, hopefully she'll be okay. We need to come down here and do a little pruning on our Limelight Prime. This is a really, really nice shrub. But now that she started flushing back out, I'll come in here and just simply prune all this old wood off. This is Hydrangea paniculata, so it's gonna bloom on all the new growth, so we won't have to worry, as long as we don't cut any of the new growth, we won't have to worry about getting rid of any of those old dead stems. And then up here, we've got, this is Maui Gold Colocasia. Really pretty elephant ear, has that nice chartreuse color to it, and appreciates a little bit of shade. So we've got it under this tree here, and it did great there last year, and hopefully we'll get even much bigger this year. And then over here, we have got our muscadine vines. If you watched that video where we pruned her back in, what was that, February or real early March, she's just now leafing out. So hopefully we'll get us some grapes out of one of these 3 vines that we've got planted down the fence. And then another really cool perennial is this dichondra. This is Silver Falls. Really neat ground cover. I found it likes a little bit of shade. This actually gets a lot of shade. This is one of the only ones that survived, probably because it's so close to the house. Had a little bit of protection when it got so cold. Now let's go over here and check out our raised bed. Our onions are doing really good. And then the daggum raccoons, or Armadillo 1, have been up in here digging. Now fortunately I didn't have anything planted out in that area where they were digging. We threw some Roma tomatoes in the ground over the weekend, and this kale plant. This is the same one from last year. It has just done incredible. I don't know how I've eaten a ton of kale off of this plant, and it just keeps coming back. It's just done beautifully. It loves this soil right here, evidently. Another little Roma. Here is some of our cabbage coming along real nice. And the broccoli, look how green and healthy these leaves are. So it won't be long at all, and we'll be having us some nice spikes come up, and then we can harvest that, take it in, steam it up, and put some Velveeta cheese on it and eat it. And then our carrot, this thing has got to be ready, right, y'all? I mean, that's a big old head on it, and I just suck at growing carrots. I'm so disappointed. Look at this little thing. It's all deformed. Man, I was really hoping, and it split too. I was really hoping to pull up a nice big carrot, because look at the head on that thing. Maybe y'all could leave me some tips in the comment section, because I suck at growing carrots. Just never done well with them. Planted them at the right time. I don't know. Well, we're gonna eat it anyway, because I put a lot of effort into that little deformed, funky looking carrot. So we'll wash him off and throw them in a salad tonight. Our leaf lettuce down here is doing really good, so we're gonna add that to our salad with our pathetic little carrot. And at least the lettuce I know is nice and pretty. And that'll make a real nice salad there. And then look at this little gem I just found. So this is our clematis, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. That's what it is right there. Beautiful purple bloom on it. And then we've got our trumpet vine, which has climbed all the way up the trellis there. It's doing good too. And this is on the other side is our outdoor shower area. So this kind of gives us that green wall protection. Not that anybody's gonna see us out here anyway, but you know, gotta have something. So that vine's doing really good. It's just now waking up. All right, well, it started to rain again here, guys, so I'm gonna hoof it to the house. Appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like and subscribe down there for me. Always remember, the more you know, the more you grow. See you on the next video, guys.